And welcome back to Talk of Alabama. Now, we welcome back Allison Blankenship now from Precision Speaking to talk about how to be assertive, but without being pushy, right? What's the definition of assertive without being pushy?
Well, the true definition of assertiveness is speaking up for what you want while you respect the rights of others. And it's that rights of others that when we overlook that, that's when you cross that line into pushy.
What would be an example?
Sometimes tone of voice, if we share frustrated or we use accusing language to the other person, because what we need to remember is you have the right to speak up, but the other person has the right to say no.
Right. So, and we've dealt with that here on the show already. We'll be talking more about that. But first, you say remember the rule of three.
Right.
What is that?
North Americans process information in groups of three. So we have to hear ideas a minimum of 3 times before it really anchors or we really register it. So think about the first letters of the alphabet that you learned as a child. What were they?
Wow, I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. ABC, right? Okay.
And then of course first numbers.
1, 2, 3.
So
right.
you're seeing a little pattern. All of our lives we've bunched information in groups of 3.
Okay.
So you may have to repeat yourself up to 3 times before the other person really becomes aware of the fact of what you're asking.
So that's why my wife has to ask me to take out the garbage 3 times before I register going, I should probably take that out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Now you say take a strategic approach with it is versus I feel. Which one is the better?
Absolutely, it is. You always want to position your request or belief as a statement of fact versus an opinion.
Okay.
So I feel, that's very emotional, it's very subjective. And yet if you say, well, it is, then it's a little bit more factually based. And therefore people think it's more logical and they're more likely to agree.
So when she says, I feel like you need to take the trash out, she should just say, it is time to take the trash out.
Well,
that's what you're saying,
or,
right?
Honey, the trash is smelly. It is time to take the trash out.
There you go.
There we
Okay,
go.
see, that's just my example that I have. Now, you say use the word and instead of but to build consensus. I was always told the word but builds a bridge.
Well,
not a bridge, but a wall.
A
I'm sorry,
wall.
a wall. Sorry, yeah.
I think would be more accurate because I'm just going to go back to my own high school experience,
Okay.
Charles. I'm sure you never had this issue, but you know, I heard from a lot of boys growing up, Allison, I really like you, but I just want to be friends, right? And you know, same thing. You did a really good job, but, and that negates anything that comes before it. If you use the word and, you did a great job, and next time would you add blah, 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 you know, or I really like you, and I just want to stay friends.
It sounds so much smoother that way.
It
It's happened a few times. Now, you say always acknowledge before asserting. You mean acknowledge the other person's feelings first?
Yes,
okay.
And that is really the key to appearing assertive without being pushy. If we fail to repeat or understand what the other person has told us, then they think we're not listening, they think we're not hearing, and they're going to increase their frustration. So if you acknowledge, I understand what you're saying, and have you considered, and then you put in your own opinion, that really forms a great way for people to come together versus, I hear what you're saying, but.
But, and then the wall goes up. Okay. Well, now I hear what you were saying that earlier, last time you were here, there was an argument between Nicole and Ebony about a pillow. Is that right?
I wouldn't say it was an argument. It was a great example. There was a request. Nicole wanted to borrow Ebony's pillow, and Ebony was very assertive in saying no. So I brought Nicole her own pillow today.
And she's not here today,
so ladies,
but it's got high heels all over it.
Here she comes.
And Ebony is stealing Nicole's pillow.
This one is cuter than the one that I have. So I'm going to say for Nicole, no, thank you. That was the lesson we had last week.
No, thank you.
I will give this to Ebony.
You'll give that to Ebony? Oh, goodness. Well, thank you, Allison, so much for being here. I'm sorry you have to deal with these folks all the time.
It's my pleasure.
They are a lot of fun. Up next on Talk of Alabama, we have a makeup artist in studio to show you some special holiday looks. Stay right there for some tips from a pro. We'll be right back.